India's defense exports are booming, but one invisible force could unravel the entire dream. Imagine a world where Indian Tejas jets dominate international skies, where BrahMos missiles sit proudly in NATO inventories, where Indian defense stocks outperform tech. But beneath this glory lies a quiet magnetic threat: rare earths, the one thing China controls, and the one thing India cannot do without yet. Stay with me, because in the next few minutes we'll connect the dots between NATO's megabucks, India's rising exports, stock market surges, and a risk so fundamental it could change the game overnight. Subscribe if you want the real stories behind the headlines, the ones that move markets and reshape nations. Let's begin in The Hague. At a historic NATO summit, members shook the global defense order by pledging 5% of GDP towards defense by 2035. That's not just a bump in spending, it's a tidal wave, over $400 billion in new military demand, year after year. But here's the twist. Many NATO countries want non-US, non-Chinese suppliers, and this is where the world turns east, to India. And just like that, the world's defense demand becomes India's biggest opportunity. Riding this wave, India has quietly built an export engine. In 2013-14, exports stood at just rupees 686 crore. Fast forward to FY25, and we're at rupees 23,622 crore, a 34x leap in a decade. More than 80 countries now import Indian defense platforms, from missiles to drones, radars to assault rifles. And this isn't just PSU territory anymore. Private firms contributed rupees 15,000 plus crore, public sector units, rupees 8,389 crore, up 43% yours. India has an ambitious target to reach rupees 50,000 crore defense exports by 2029, such a massive opportunity. Startups like IdeaForge and Tonbo Imaging are breaking into global markets. Clearly, India is no longer just defending itself, it's arming the world. But how deep is this opportunity? Enter Reliance Defence. Recently, it secured a rupees 600 crore deal with Rheinmetall Germany, supplying artillery shells from a factory in Maharashtra. What's more, plans are underway to manufacture advanced 155mm volcano shells in India. This isn't just an export order, it's a strategic partnership, a clear signal that global arms giants see India not just as a buyer, but as a builder. And while the headlines celebrate these deals, there's an undercurrent almost no one is watching. Behind every missile, every jet, every radar, lies an unseen ingredient: rare earth elements. From neodymium to gallium, these 17 metals power jet turbines, missile guidance systems, stealth technology, avionics and radars. And here's the problem. 90% of global rare earth refining is done by China. China has already curbed exports of gallium and germanium, signaled tighter control on other strategic metals, used minerals as a diplomatic weapon before. Just ask Japan in 2010. India's Tejas exports, BL's radars, and even solar industry's munitions could all be affected if China shuts the tap. So while the defense sector surges, a quiet dependency grows. Now let's zoom out. Japan learned this the hard way in 2010. When China halted rare earth exports over a maritime dispute, Japanese tech firms nearly collapsed. France's Thales is now sourcing magnets from Africa. The US is backing mines in Utah and California with federal grants. In other words, the global arms race isn't just for weapons, it's for materials. And that brings us back to India. India knows the risk and is starting to act. KABIL G4, partnering with Argentina and Australia to secure rare earths, exploration push in Odisha, Rajasthan, Andhra, strategic reserves under consideration. Think of it like crude oil for magnets. Processing incentives. Private firms like Epsilon Advanced Materials and Indian Rare Earths Limited are now entering refining. ISRO-DRDO collaboration on advanced magnetic alloys is already underway. The intent is clear, to break free. But timelines? 5 to 10 years. Until then, India's global defense rise sits on a Chinese foundation. If you're still here, you already see the bigger picture, which most news coverage misses. So go ahead, subscribe, like, and share. We're not just telling stories, we're showing you where power, policy, and profit collide. India is on the cusp of a new identity, from the world's largest arms importer to its most trusted supplier. But the future won't be decided by fighter jets alone. It will be decided by what powers those jets and who controls the supply. Rare earths may be silent, but they're at the heart of the loudest weapons. So tell me, can India build a defense empire without rare earth independence? Or will we always fly with strings attached? Drop your thoughts in the comments. And remember, the next global war may not be fought over land or oil. It may be fought over what's mined in the ground.